the Hilti DX 450 powder actuated tool. This is an older model, but there's still lots of these out around and in the field. There are three common charge colors that we have. If you think of a stoplight with red, yellow, and green, red being the more powerful, yellow mid-range, and green is the lowest one. They do make a black, which is a Magnum one, but it's not as common. Red is probably the most common one that you're going to see out in the field. Okay, let me have it. Okay, next we're going to look at the disassembly of this powder actuated tool. The first thing we need to do is lift up this lever right here. And as we're lifting up the lever, we're going to grab this catching mechanism and lift that forward. From that point, we're going to unscrew and that's the base plate that's been removed. Now we're going to pull the fastener guide off of the piston plate. And that is the disassembled piece of the 450. Okay, we have two wire brushes for cleaning. The first one here, so the large brush can go inside. The second brush is for the inside of the firing chamber. On this piston guide, when we slide this back in, we see that there's a small circle indentation here, and on the inside of the gun itself, and looking into it at 9 o'clock, you can see where that's going to have to line up with it. At that point, that will slide into place. The last step we need to do is have this lever go back onto the catch plate. And it is now ready to go out and test fire. Okay, one thing to watch when fastening lumber onto concrete, anytime you're going to be working near the edge, you have a really good chance of blowing the edge off, so always try to avoid anywhere within probably the first 6 inches would be ideal. The strips themselves slide up and in from the bottom, come out into the top. Your nail now gets loaded this direction here into it. Open, load the nail. When I place this over here, I'm going to hold down on the back of this, and I'm also going to yell fire. Fire. We can see that that nail is actually sitting a little bit high on here right now, isn't it? So on the side adjustments, we'll try another one right now. Fire. Fire. We can see on the last one, we're probably in about our right depth. So looking at the first one where this was backed out all the way to the far end, we moved it along a little bit, got it down a little closer, and I finally have it shooting where I want it to penetrate into. Other things that will affect it is the age of the concrete, the hardness of the concrete. On the Hilti gun or any powder actuated tool, if you pull the trigger and nothing happens, you can have either a hang fire or a misfire. Wait 30 seconds for both of them. A misfire is you basically have a dud, and a hang fire is the powder is burning, it just hasn't discharged yet. Both of them are very dangerous. Treat this like a handgun. Do not point it at people, even if it's not loaded. Point it into the hand on the back.
Fire!
It'll recoil off and off and not get a
Fire! Fire!
We have the same charge, but we have two different depths that the nails went into. It's very important when you're shooting this to hold firmly down on this back of the Hilti gun. If it jumps up a little bit, you're going to have less force going into the material.
Fire!
This one here was our first one, which our first one, we were definitely set too far out, got a little bit better. That's ideal there. If we start to bury them into the wood, we may want to look at backing that out a little bit.